Subscribe, hype, like, and donate with a super thanks donation in the comments section below for the unfiltered, unapologetic SeanzViewEnt, your home for WWE news, rumors, and backstage chaos. This is where gossip gets exposed around the clock. Now, here's your host, the brash SeanzViewEnt.
WWE breaking news right here on the Brash and the Brazen. Yes, indeed. Click the bell, turn on all notifications. But ladies and gentlemen, WWE Wrestlemania, Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, Triple H, all the backstage, all the rage, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. We have a lot of provocative, a lot of extensive, a lot of elusive details, and we're going to bring it to you right here because we care about the viewers, the fans, and the subscribers. And real quick, if you want more of Sean View, go subscribe to my other channel. Yes, I have another channel. I have a second channel that I just created, that I just made. If you want more of Sean's View Entertainment, go check out my other channel, subscribe, click the bell, and turn on all notifications. But ladies and gentlemen, let's unload on this very episode right here and right now. Vince McMahon, and guys, and this is... nobody inside the company is talking about this publicly, but we're going to bring it up. We're going to address it because we dare to go over the edge. We dare to go over the line. Vince McMahon's name just showed up somewhere that it was never supposed to show up. Does this allude to his involvement at WrestleMania? We're going to get extensive and we're going to give you all the details. Shane McMahon is now connected to WrestleMania 42 in a way that the entire wrestling world is now asking questions, and the game Triple H just broke his silence on the McMahon family situation, and what he said is not what anybody expected. Tonight, we are breaking it all down. Well, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the night, because I know I have fans and viewers all over the world. Sometimes where you are, it might be night, it might be morning, it might be afternoon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the WWE Hall of Fame. Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon. We also got breaking news on Rhea Ripley. Also, we got massive breaking news on scenarios heading into this weekend's WrestleMania that could make the WrestleMania 42 the most unpredictable show in years. Is the WWE going to correct all of that? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let everyone know that everything you're about to hear is based on speculation, rumors, and fantasy theories circulating within the wrestling community. This is Sean View Entertainment, WWE's #1 tabloid news and rumors channel, unreal news about an unreal sport. Before I get into it, ladies and gentlemen, I have to do this. I have to get this out there. Breaking news. In addition to my second channel, which I want you all to subscribe, it will be in the pinned comment section of the video. Again, subscribe to my second channel. Now, what I want you to do is this. If you're on an iPhone or an Android phone, here is what you are going to do. Go to your settings app, not YouTube, your actual settings app. Scroll down, find YouTube, tap notifications. Make sure allow notifications is switched on. Then go inside the YouTube app itself, tap your profile picture. Go to settings, go to notifications, and turn everything on, every single toggle. Android, for those of you who are on Androids, you are up. Go to your settings app, tap apps, find YouTube, tap notifications, and turn everything on. Then go inside the YouTube app, tap your profile picture, settings, notification, turn it all on. That is it. 15 seconds and you are done. Now, when I drop a video, and I drop 3 videos a day, your phone actually tells you about it like it was supposed to do all along. You roll with this channel, you hit the bell, you did your part, now your phone is going to do its part. Now let's get into the news and the rumors that you have come for to anticipate and expect on the Brash and the Braze. Remember to click the bell, turn on all notifications. WWE, guys, breaking news. Let's get into the story that should not exist, but the story absolutely does exist. WWE just posted a huge, significant factor about Vince McMahon and WrestleMania. And ladies and gentlemen, according to reports circulating online, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, boy, Vince McMahon's name has appeared on Stephanie McMahon's official WWE Hall of Fame listing. The listing references Vince McMahon in connection with Stephanie McMahon's 2026 induction into this year's Hall of Fame. And WWE has since quietly edited the page. Now think about what that means. Vince McMahon is not just someone WWE quietly moved on from. This is a man who has forced out the company he built following a spiral misconduct investigation. Again, he was forced out of his own company. This is a man whose name WWE has gone to extraordinary lengths to scrub from its public-facing content. Commentators don't mention him. Programming doesn't reference him. The official record has been methodically rewritten to forward without him. Move forward without Vince McMahon. How can you do that, honestly, really? I mean, it's not like Vince killed somebody, okay? It's not like he maimed somebody. It's not like he did something to a baby. It's not like he's a child, you know what, right? And then, leading into the biggest show of the year, his name shows up on the official WWE Hall of Fame page. Now, here is the question everyone is asking. Was this an accident or was it something else? Sources online are split on this. Some say it was a simple database error. That legacy reference to Vince McMahon as Stephanie's father were automatically populated, and nobody's caught it before the page went live. Others are less convinced because this is not the same random Tuesday. This is WrestleMania week. Every single piece of WWE content is being reviewed more carefully than at any other point in the year. And yet somehow Vince McMahon's name made it onto an official WWE Hall of Fame page anyway. WWE has not publicly addressed the error. The page was quietly corrected and the company moved on as if nothing happened. But here is the thing. We are in 2026, viewers. Nothing stays quiet. Nothing just goes under the rug. Nothing goes unnoticed. Screenshots circulated. Proof came on. The wrestling internet picked it up within hours. And now heading into WrestleMania 42, the question of Vince McMahon's shadow over this company is back in the conversation, whether WWE wants it there or not. And that shadow gets longer when you factor in what Triple H actually said publicly this week about the McMahon family situation, because he did not stay silent. And what he said raises more questions than it does answers. Now, Triple H breaks his silence on the McMahon family, and this is crucial and big to the report, guys. Believe me when I tell you. Triple H has been doing his WrestleMania 42 media rounds this week, and when the subject of the McMahon family came up, he did not deflect entirely. According to reports, Triple H addressed the situation carefully, acknowledging that the landscape of the WWE has changed, that the company that he now runs creatively is different from the company it was under the previous leadership of Vince McMahon, that he has now taken ownership of the product in a way that reflects his own vision, not anyone else's. Now, read between the lines on that statement. Triple H said, and he is the son-in-law of Vince McMahon. He built his entire career under Vince. He learned the business from Vince, and he is now running the creative direction of a company that is going to extraordinary lengths to distance itself from the man who built it. That is not a small thing. That is an incredibly complicated personal and professional position to be in publicly. Sources say Triple H has been walking a very careful line internally, acknowledging the past without erasing it, or without endorsing it, moving the company forward without completely erasing the history that made it what it is today. And the Hall of Fame this week reportedly did not make that balancing act any easier, because now, just days away before WrestleMania 42, the McMahon family name is back in the business. It is in regulation. Stephanie is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Shane's name, Shane McMahon now, his name is circulating in connection with WrestleMania theories, and Vince's name just appeared on an official WWE page. Triple H walking onto the biggest stage of the year, carrying all of that weight publicly. And sources say internally, the mood around the McMahon situation heading into this weekend is absolutely intense. But here is where the story gets really interesting, because Shane McMahon's name is now attached to WrestleMania 42 in a very, very specific way. And the theories circulating online right now are absolutely wild. Let's talk about Shane McMahon, because the speculation around his potential WrestleMania 42 involvement has been building quietly for weeks. And this week, it absolutely exploded online in real time. Now, let's be clear. There's no confirmed Shane McMahon match or appearance at WrestleMania 42. What we have are theories, reports, and speculation circulating right now, and tonight we are going to break it down, the most credible ones. Sources online suggest that WWE has at least discussed the idea of a Shane McMahon surprise appearance at WrestleMania 42. Not a match, not a promo, a moment. That kind of WrestleMania surprise that gets clipped and shared millions of times on social media before the show even ends. Shane McMahon walking out in Las Vegas, regardless of what he does when he gets there, is a guaranteed reaction, and reportedly, that reaction potentially has been discussed internally. With Stephanie McMahon being inducted into the Hall of Fame this weekend, Shane's present at the event as her brother is the most natural thing in the world. Sources suggest that a Hall of Fame appearance could serve as a cover for something larger. That Shane McMahon showing up to support Stephanie at the Hall of Fame ceremony is the publicity acceptable reason to have him in the building. Again, the acceptable reason. Also, while whatever else might be planned happens separately. Guys, and then we got Theory 3. This is one of the wildest ones about Shane McMahon showing up at WrestleMania, according to those in the know. The wild theory circulating online right now is that it needs to be addressed. Sources are speculating that if there is a McMahon family storyline being quietly planned heading into WrestleMania, Sami Zayn's comedic sensibility and his history with the McMahon family energy could be connected. This is a deep speculation territory, but it is being discussed in the wrestling circles, and it would be irresponsible not to mention it. Sources say WWE Creative has been deliberately vague about the McMahon family involvement this weekend, and that vagueness, intentional or not, has fueled every single one of those theories. Now, before we get into what we're about to talk about, the booking of WWE here, and the McMahon family involvement this weekend, and the vagueness, intentional or not, has fueled every single one of these theories. Again, now, guys, this deserves every second of the time that we are going to give what we're about to give. Now, we got to get into this. Absolutely star-studded breaking news. Some worrying news, guys, on Rhea Ripley as of late. This one hits different from everything else that we're going to cover on this channel, and it deserves to be treated differently. Rhea Ripley has publicly revealed, and this is not rumor, this is not gossip, this is not speculation. This could be very concerning and very worrying for Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley publicly revealed this week that she has been dealing with an eating disorder. She focused this and talked about it, and she forwarded it, and she's coming with it on her own terms. She controlled the narrative, and she addressed the weight loss rumors that has been circulating directly by telling the truth about what she has actually been going through. That takes courage, full stop. Think about what it means to be in Rhea's position. You are one of the most visible women in professional wrestling. Every single appearance you make is documented. Every change in your appearance gets scrutinized online by millions of people. Rumors spread. Speculation runs wild, and instead of hiding it or ignoring it, Rhea Ripley looked into the whole world in the eye and told the truth. Now, she did not do that. She did not have to do it. Nobody required her to explain anything, and she did it anyway because she is exactly who she has always presented herself to be, someone who refuses to let other people write her story. Rhea Ripley, one of the most physically and mentally tough performers in WWE today, and her decision to speak publicly about something this personal heading into WrestleMania and one of the biggest matches of her career against Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's title. If you or someone you know is struggling with an eating disorder, the National Alliance for Eating Disorders helpline is available to help. You can find that information in the description here on The Brash and the Brazen. Now, we cover WWE news on this channel every single day, but some stories are bigger than wrestling, and this is one of them. Rhea Ripley, we see you. Now, let's get into the booking. Now, before that, though, I just got to say I've dealt with my own eating disorders. I've dealt with my depression. I've dealt with my own anxieties. I've dealt with my own stressful days. Again, nobody is perfect, and I don't want anyone to feel bad for me, but I'm just telling you that I can relate to Rhea Ripley and her eating disorders. And it is draining physically and mentally. It takes its toll, but Rhea Ripley is going to look that right in the face, and she is going to face it, and she is going to fight it. Let's get into the booking, shall we? The booking of WrestleMania. Because heading into WrestleMania 42 this Saturday and Sunday, the online wrestling community has been absolutely cooking with theories, and some of them are generally fascinating. Fantasy Theory 1, CM Punk wins, but the celebration gets hijacked. The scenario goes like this. CM Punk defeats Roman Reigns, retains the World Heavyweight title in the main event of night 2. The crowd goes absolutely nuclear. Punk is standing in the middle of the ring in Las Vegas with the title, his title, and it should be the feel-good moment of the year. And then somebody's music hits. Now, with Rollins and Gunther already locked into each other at WrestleMania, the theories circulating online point to a different direction entirely. Some sources suggest Braun Breaker as the most logical disruptor. He is young, he is aggressive, and he's ready to return. He is being positioned as a future top star. He has already began training in the ring following his surgery. Walking out and getting in CM Punk's face on the biggest stage of the year would instantly rocket him into main event conversation. Others point to Drew McIntyre. The appeal of this scenario is simple. It gives Punk his WrestleMania moment while immediately planting the seeds for what comes next without undercutting the emotion of the win itself. Also, we got breaking news that concerns Roman Reigns, if Roman Reigns indeed goes on and wins this thing. Now, here it is, guys. We're going to bring you into the Roman Reigns debacle. Roman Reigns is already full of babyface, so the theory circulating online is not about a turn. It is about a moment. Sources speculate that if Roman Reigns wins the World Heavyweight Championship versus CM Punk at WrestleMania 42, the scene that follows could be one of the most emotional moments WWE has produced in years. Roman Reigns, the most polarizing champion in modern history, finally standing in Las Vegas holding a title that the crowd is completely behind him for. A title that he has never won, a title that he has never held. No acknowledgement demands, just pure, genuine celebration. And reported that moment is something WWE Creative has been quietly building toward all year. The idea that Roman Reigns finally gets his flowers from the WWE Universe, not because he demanded it, because he earned it, in Las Vegas on the grandest stage of them all. Also, another thing being talked about and rumored is Solo Sikoa gets destroyed and dismantled and removed from his own group. His own group that he put together. Solo Sikoa, ladies and gentlemen, could be on the outside looking in as the MFT is removed. Now, this theory is getting traction online that is that the dismantling does not happen quietly. It happens in front of over 70,000 people in Las Vegas. Wrestling fans have been waiting months for a moment like this, and WrestleMania 42, the biggest stage in the industry, would be the perfect place to finalize it. Now, we got breaking news on the undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. I said this was going to be a WrestleMania-filled week, jam-packed and fully loaded with news and rumors. Everything WrestleMania backstage, all the news, all the rumors, and all the scenarios. Now, night one, ladies and gentlemen, has Cody Rhodes defending the undisputed WWE title against the Viper, Randy Orton. The safe money says Cody retains, but theories are circulating that WWE could use WrestleMania 42 as the moment to finally pull the title off Cody, setting up a fresh program heading into the summer. Sources say the idea of both titles changing hands at WrestleMania 42 has been discussed internally, and whether it happens is another question. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news on this theory, this groomer, this gossip. A surprise return changes absolutely everything. Every WrestleMania has one. The name being whispered most loudly in online circles heading into this weekend's WrestleMania without any confirmation reports is the possibility of a major return that resets the landscape heading into WrestleMania. Sources are being deliberately vague, but the feeling heading into Las Vegas among the most connected people in the wrestling business is that WrestleMania 42 has at least one moment that nobody sees coming. And when you combine all of those theories with the McMahon family situation, the Hall of Fame botch, Rhea Ripley's courageous announcement, and everything else swirling around WrestleMania 42 this week, the picture that emerges is one of the most unpredictable WrestleManias in recent memory. Now, with all of this happening, what all of this means, WWE walking into WrestleMania 42 this Sunday carrying more weight than any WrestleMania in recent memory. Vince McMahon's name just dropped on an official WWE page 5 days before the show. Shane McMahon is in Las Vegas and nobody knows exactly what his role is. Triple H is publicly navigating the most complicated family and professional situation in wrestling history while simultaneously trying to deliver the biggest show of the year. The McMahon family shadow, which WWE has spent years trying to escape, is hanging over WrestleMania 42, whether the company wants it there or not. Sources say the mood inside WWE heading into this weekend is a mixture of excitement and anxiety. Excitement because the card is strong and the Las Vegas crowd is going to be electric. Anxiety because there are more uncontrolled variables surrounding this WrestleMania than any in recent memory. The Hall of Fame is Friday night. Night 1 is Saturday. Night 2 is Sunday. And of course, you've got SmackDown on Friday night before all of this. And by Monday morning, the landscape of WWE in 2026 will look completely different than it does right now. This is the most interesting WrestleMania week in years. And SeanzViewEnt Entertainment will be here to cover every single moment of it. Here is what I want you to know, though, guys. Here is what I want to know from you right now. Drop in the comments. Do you think Shane McMahon shows up at WrestleMania 42 this weekend? Are you excited? Are you going to watch WrestleMania, the showcase of immortals? And what is your WrestleMania 42 theories? Do you think Vince McMahon's name appearing on WWE.com was an accident or something else? We started talking about a mistake WWE wishes never happened. And what we found out is that sometimes the most revealing stories are the ones nobody planned to tell. This Sunday, Las Vegas, anything can happen. And whatever happens, SeanzViewEnt Entertainment will be here, covering you every step of the way. Subscribe.